The weekly wrap is the week in news and what's coming up. I'm Claire Kimball.
And I'm Jodie Speers.
The Albanese government's announcement that YouTube will be included in the social media ban for under 16s was really the headline out of Canberra. We're talking about Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, X, Reddit, lots of gaming it's a whole thing. Now the video sharing platform is included in that.
Yeah, that's a reversal from the government. When the ban was first announced last year, they said that YouTube was exempt from it, but the Communications Minister Annika Wells has confirmed now that it's in. The government had originally said that it was different from other social media platforms and that it provided educational value for kids.
Yeah, and Google, which owns YouTube, lobbied very, very hard for that position. The company's argument essentially is that it is a video sharing platform, not a social media service. And unlike Facebook or Instagram, you don't need an account to actually use it to view videos on the platform. This whole ban is about preventing kids under 16 from setting up accounts on platforms.
The E-Safety Commissioner, Julie Inman-Grant, disagreed with that exemption. She found that nearly 4 in 10 kids had been exposed to harmful content on YouTube, and there was also some political pressure. The other tech companies like Meta and TikTok were calling YouTube's exemption irrational, saying that they were all getting banned while YouTube somehow got this free pass.
Yep, and misery likes company, so they wanted everyone to be included in that. So it's full steam ahead on the ban coming into place on the 10th of December. That's when social media platforms will be required to take what they call reasonable steps to prevent anyone under 16 from having access to accounts, or they will face fines of up to $50 million if they don't comply.
There won't be penalties for the kids or families if they somehow get around it. The responsibility sits entirely with the platforms, and knowing several 10-year-olds, I'd say they will pretty easily get around it. There are still plenty of questions about how it will work in practice. The government's been testing all sorts of different technologies, and we talked a few weeks ago about the face scanning tech, which is frequently so far getting it quite wrong. So that is all a bit of a TBC.
Yeah, it's still a lot to play out with that. As for how things played out this week, Google had this really big event in Parliament House. It was going to be in the Great Hall. There was a couple of famous bands coming to play, lots of food, lots of drinks.
Costs a lot of money to do that.
Costs a lot of money to do that, but they had to cancel it at the last minute. When I say last minute, I think the event was starting at 6 o'clock and the email came through at about 20 minutes to 5. So it really was right down to the wire. So just to explain a little bit about that, the decision about YouTube has been pending for a while. It's been with the government. They exempted them and then they were like, oh, we'll have a bit of a think about it. And they've been waiting for a decision. And Google wrote to the minister last week saying that it would consider its legal position if YouTube was included in the ban. So essentially saying that they would sue the government. Then on the weekend, the ABC TV's Insiders, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese was on and he was asked about it. He said that given the Safety Commissioner's advice, it was an option and a decision would be made very soon.
You can imagine the talks behind the scenes within Google. Cue Wednesday morning and that decision was everywhere in the media, which was also the day of Google's big event. And our very own Bryce Corbett was actually in Canberra to go to it.
He was. He went from Brizzy to Canberra. It wasn't a wasted trip for him. He got to see all sorts of people from the government. Of course, we're continuing to talk to them about funding for our News Hounds program. So he had lots of meetings to do. So it wasn't a wasted trip by any means. But yeah, a bit dramatic as far as these things go.
Yeah, quite unusual. Just a reminder that no other country has implemented such a comprehensive social media age ban, and that has been talked about a lot, that Australia's taken this step. As we said, still plenty of questions about how and if it can work. Also questions about whether targeting the US tech giants like this might displease the Trump administration.